9 divided by beta A is 1.8, we get 5. Similarly, for portfolio B is 5.58, portfolio C is 10. So here we assign the ranks. The first one is compared to these three values, the highest value is 10, then assign first rank. The second one is 5.56 is the next highest, then assign second rank. And the last one is 5, then assign third rank. Now, comparing to these two funds, that is shops and trainers, the order of B and A get revised. That means just reverse, right? Is it clear? For C is common, right? For shops, by using shops, the rank for C is first, even trainers also first. Now coming to shops, for A is second rank, for trainer is third rank. B is third rank for shops, whereas trainers are second rank. Here the comparison between these two methods is the order of A and B get revised. That means reverse in trainers index. This may be due to their relationship with the market, that is the systematic risk factor, that means beta factors, right? So this is very important, students. So now coming to last method, that is Jensen's differential return model or predictive analysis, right? So in this model, the Jensen's model is different from what we discussed earlier, that is shops and trainers model, in the sense that the earlier models provides the measures of based on rankings, the relative performance of the various portfolios on a risk adjusted basis, while Jensen's model gives measure of absolute performance. The above two methods are relative performance. So in this method is absolute performance on risk adjusted basis, right? So now Jensen's model is based on CAPM. So CAPM already we discussed in unit 4, that is capital asset pricing model. The CAPM equals to RP equals to RF into beta P into RM minus RF, right? So this stands measures the portfolio manager's predictive ability to achieve higher return than expected for the given riskiness. So Jensen's model is given in the following equation. The following equation is the Jensen's model is denoted by JP. So JP equals to the ratio between coefficient of alpha and coefficient of beta. So if at all the alpha value is not given or else unknown value, so by using predictive analysis formula, here the predictive analysis formula is RP minus RF equals to alpha P plus beta P into RM minus RF. If at all beta value also unknown value, by using CAPM formula we need to determine the value of beta P, that is RP equals to RF plus beta P into RM minus RF. If both the values are not given in the problem itself, we need to use these two formulas, right? So here example for Jensen's model. In the first example, the 5 stocks are given: United Stock, Dreams Limited, Yash Limited, Crown Limited, Qt Limited. The corresponding alpha and beta values are directly given, right? So this is very easy, right? So if it all directly given, then Jensen's equals to the coefficient of alpha P by the coefficient of beta P. So in the first United Limited, the alpha value is 1.0 and the beta value is 0.8. Then United Limited, the each stock's alpha should be divided by its beta as below. Simple. The alpha value divided by beta value, we get the Jensen's index value. In the first United Limited, the alpha value is 1.0 and the beta value is 0.8. So then we get 1.0 divided by 0.8, that is 1.25. Similarly, Dreams Limited 1.38 divided by 1.15. Similarly, and the Qt Limited 1.5 divided by 1.4. We get the values in the United Limited 1.25, Dreams Limited 1.17, Yash Limited 0.94, Crown Limited 1.32, Qt Limited 1.07. Comparing to these 5 stocks, the first highest stock is Crown Limited, that is 1.32, and the next highest is 1.25, that is United Limited, and the next one is 1.17, the corresponding stock is Dream Limited, and the next one is 1.07 Qt Limited, and lastly Yash Limited 0.94. These are the ranks. Here the conclusion is ranking order 2, 3, 5, 1 and 4. So now coming to example number 2. The following results were obtained from the study for the period of 6 months in 1999. Right? Here 3 stocks are given: Birla Advantage, PICIGP, Allianz Equity. Right? So these are 3 different stocks or funds. Right? S&P CNX 500 is nothing but market. Okay, so here, so market value, this one is sigma m, so this value is RM, this 9.00 is RF value, right? So using these above inputs, rank the funds according to the predictive ability of funds management. So predictive ability are Jensen's model, both are same. So in this model beta values are given, then no problem. So here alpha p values are unknown values. If at all alpha p values are unknown values, then we need to use predictive ability formula, that is Rp minus Rf equals to alpha p plus beta p into Rm minus Rf. So based on this formula we need to determine the values of alpha p. We'll see, students. The alpha p indicates the managerial skills. To properly adjust the Jensen's measure for ranking purpose, each asset alpha should be divided by its beta, right? First Birla Advantage. So Birla Advantage, here alpha value is unknown value, right? First determine the value of alpha value. So alpha value is Rp minus Rf equals to alpha p plus beta p into Rm minus Rf, right? So as you know the value of Rp minus Rf, so these are the values 25.38 minus 9. So alpha p is unknown value and the beta p is 0.23, Rm is 36.74 and Rf is 9. Okay, so we'll check it out in tabulated values. So these values, this value is 25.38 is Rp value, that is 25.38. Risk-free rate of return is 9%, 9. Alpha p is unknown, beta p is 0.23 and Rm is 36.74 and risk-free is 9. So we get alpha p equals to 16.38 minus 6.38, we get 10. So here, as you know the value of alpha p and beta p, but corresponding Birla Advantage is 0.23. Then Jensen's index equals to coefficient of alpha p by coefficient of beta p, that equals to 10 by 0.23, that equals to 43.48. Similarly, PICIGP fund, that is 24.78. The last one is Allianz Equity, that is 30.29. Now assign the ranks. Now compared to these 3 values, the highest value is 43.48, then assign first rank, and the next one is Allianz Equity 30.29, assign second rank, and the last one is PICIGP is 24.73, assign last rank. Okay, so these are orders of ranks. Next, so now coming to last problem, students, in this unit, wisdom funds, T-bills. T-bills are risk-free rate of return are same, that is RF. Treasury bill or T-bill is denoted as RF. BSE Sensex is nothing but market value, right? So here past 5 years are given. So years, it is in the form of 19 into 1, 19 into 2, 19 into 3, 19 into 4, 19 into 5 are given, or else it might be 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, right? So wisdom fund of return. Okay, so this is denoted as RP. T-bill, this is denoted as RF. BSE Sensex, so this is denoted as RM, right? So now, so the corresponding values are given for these 3 years. So based on these values, we need to determine the value of predictive ability of fund, right? So predictive ability of fund is alpha equals to y bar minus beta into x bar. In the firstly, so as you know the formula of predictability, right? Here the predictability is rp minus rf equals to alpha p plus beta p into rm minus rf, where in the place of rp minus rf is y, rm minus rf is x. In the place of rp minus rf is y, right? So y, in the place of rm minus rf is x. So this equation can be written as alpha equals to y bar minus beta into x bar, where y bar equals to summation y by n, x bar equal to summation x by n, right? So here beta equals to n into summation xy minus summation x into summation y divided by n into summation x square minus summation x whole square. So this formula in second semester BRM, business research methods. So in that, in regression concept, regression x on y and y on x, we did these type of problems. By using this problem, we need to determine the values of regression equation of y on x, right? So now, so these are the values. The periods 19 into 1 to so on 19 into 5 is given. So funds denoted by RP. So these are the values. Sensex is denoted as market. So this one is market. So these are the values. RF equals to, for each and every year, the corresponding values are 6, 10, 8, 7, 9. Firstly, Y equals to, here Y equals to RP minus RF, right? In the previous slide we did it, isn't it? Now Y equals to RP minus RF. RP value is 9, RF value is 6. Then 9 minus 6 we get 3. Similarly, these are the values. This total is 5, right? So similarly, x equals to Rm minus Rf. Then 6 minus 6 we get 0. Next 15 minus, sorry, 5 minus 15. So minus 5 minus 10 we get minus 15. Similarly, 11 minus 8 we get 3, and so on values. So this total is minus 15 plus 10 we get minus 5, right? So similarly, x square, 0 square is 0, minus 15 square. So minus 15 square is 225, 3 square is 9, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. Similarly, x into y, right? The first value 0 into 3 we get 0, and the next value, so minus 15 into minus 16, minus 15 into minus 16 we get 240, and so on values. This total is 301. Now firstly, determine the value of beta coefficient. Beta coefficient equals to n into summation xy minus summation x summation y divided by n into summation x square minus summation x whole square. Okay, just substitute the values. Here n equals to 5 periods are given, and summation x value is 301, summation x value is 5, summation y value is minus 5, and summation x square is 259. Summation x whole square is, summation x is minus 5 whole square. So we get 1.2049, right? So beta value is 1.2047. Now, so based on beta values and y bar and x bar, we need to determine the value of alpha. So firstly, y bar equal to summation y by n, x bar equal to summation x by n. So summation y value is 5, n is 5, 5 by 5 we get 1. So summation x is minus 5, n value is 5, minus 5 by 5 we get minus 1, right? So y bar is 1 minus beta value is 1.2047 into x bar is minus 1, we get 2.2047. So here Jensen's index is coefficient of alpha divided by coefficient of beta, that is 2.2047 divided by 1.2047, we get 1.83008, right? So this is a presentation about investment management, students, in unit 5, right? So be safe, so prepare well, don't waste the time, right? Is it clear? So all the best for future endeavors. Okay, so in this investment management, so almost It's take 49 minutes, right? The unit 5 is completed. Okay, so in unit 5 we did total 3 concepts, that is Sharpe's reward variability model, Trainer's reward variability model, Jensen's reward variability model. Okay, so these are the formulas for Sharpe's, Trainer's and Jensen's. Okay, so thank you so much. Be safe. All the best.